You aren't actually washing your clothes. You're just marinating dead skin cells and stale sweat in overpriced synthetic perfume. Number 1. Earth Choice. The one on the shelf that looks like it meal preps, composts, and judges your fabric softener choices from across the aisle. Here's the problem. That whole soft green, responsible adult look is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The bottle looks smart. The language feels smart. The purchase feels smart. And that's exactly why people stop asking hard questions. Because once a detergent looks like the good person option, shoppers start grading it on morality instead of performance. That is a mistake. A detergent does not get points for calming fonts. It gets points for getting school grime, sweat, and mystery stains out of actual clothes. I went through a phase of buying gentler-looking detergents because it felt like the more sensible move. Know what I got? Uniform shirts that still looked vaguely offended after a wash. Towels that smelled fine until they got wet. Dark clothes that never looked filthy but never looked fully clean either. That's the danger. Weak detergent rarely fails in a dramatic movie scene way. It fails quietly. A little residue here, a little dullness there. A little smell you can't quite place until the fabric warms up. And then one day you realize your detergent has been doing more emotional support than actual cleaning. That's not eco-friendly. That's just paying to wash the same load twice in two slightly different moods. Number 2, Eco Store. There's another bottle doing the same dance with even more premium energy. The detergent bottle that looks like it should come with a yoga mat and a reminder to stay hydrated. Now look, I understand the appeal. If you care about ingredients, strong fragrance, or sensitive skin, brands like Eco Store end up on your radar fast. And they're right there in the Australian eco and sensitive detergent conversation. But this is where people get sloppy. They start shopping for detergent the way they shop for hand cream. Soft bottle, soft colors, soft claims, soft feelings, lovely. Your socks do not care. Your tea towels do not care. Your partner's sweat-soaked gym shirt absolutely does not care. Laundry is not skincare. You are not moisturizing a stain. You are trying to remove it. And if the formula cannot handle body oils, everyday grime, and the kind of dirt real households create, then all that wellness branding is just theater with a cap. That's the trap with premium eco detergent. It sells the feeling of being more informed, not always the result of being more effective. Number 3, Bosisto's Sensitive. Sounds safe, right? Gentle, clean, trustworthy. The kind of product you'd bring home if someone in the house has eczema, allergies, or skin that files complaints over everything. And to be fair, Bosisto's really does lean into that promise, saying the product has no synthetic fragrances or dyes and has been dermatologically tested by an independent lab. That sounds great. It genuinely does. But here's the part nobody puts in giant letters on the front. Sensitive is not the same thing as powerful. Those are not synonyms. They are not cousins. They barely speak. That's where people get ambushed. The label sounds caring. The bottle sounds safe. Then your whites start looking tired. Your towels keep that weird halfway clean funk. And if a detergent cleans too gently to properly lift grime and residue, that safe for skin promise starts getting a lot less comforting. Because the last thing people with reactive skin need is leftover buildup sitting in the fabric that touches them all day. And your laundry comes out feeling like the detergent politely asked the stain to leave and the stain just laughed and stayed for dinner. That's not a cleaner. That's a negotiator. Number 4, Radiant Advanced Plus cleans and softens 5-in-1 laundry liquid detergent. That name is not walking into the room. It's arriving with a spotlight, a smoke machine, and a backup dancer. Advanced Plus cleans and softens 5-in-1. That is not a detergent name. That is a job application written by someone lying on every line. And here's the awkward part. Joyce's recent public results put Radiant Advanced Plus cleans and softens 5-in-1 among the worst front-loader performers, with a 52% expert rating and a quoted cost per wash of 67 cents. 52, not a near miss, not middle of the pack. One of the worst. That is a brutal collision between branding and reality, because when a label spends that much time telling you how advanced it is, you expect the wash to arrive wearing brass knuckles. Instead, you're paying close to premium money for a result choice, basically filed under "please do better." That's the thing about exaggerated detergent names. The bigger the promise, the uglier the disappointment. If your detergent says 5 things on the front, it had better be able to do at least one of them really well. Number 5, Active Expert 3-in-1 laundry capsules. Capsules are sneaky because they feel efficient. No pouring, no measuring, no guesswork. Just toss one in and feel like a functional adult with your life together. That's the fantasy. The reality can be a lot less glamorous. Choice's recent results also named Active Expert 3-in-1 laundry capsules among the worst front-loader performers, again on a 52% expert rating. That should worry people, because once a weak detergent gets wrapped in convenience, shoppers forgive almost everything. The product becomes less about results and more about friction. It's easy, it's tidy, it looks modern, it makes you feel organized. Fantastic. Your clothes are not being graded on how organized you felt when you started the load. They're being graded on what comes out at the end. And when a capsule underperforms, the whole pitch starts looking a bit ridiculous. You're paying extra for less mess and less measuring. Great. Now enjoy less cleaning too. That is not a convenience premium. That is a laziness tax. Number 6, Aldi Green Action Laundry Liquid. Now this one is especially sneaky because the Aldi name makes people assume value before they even see the bottle. And Green Action sounds like it should be the responsible option. Efficient, clever, environmentally aware, budget-friendly, beautiful story. Choice's recent top-loader results called Aldi Green Action Laundry Liquid concentrate the worst performer in that category, with a 45% expert rating and a quoted cost per wash of $2. 69. That is horrendous. 45% is bad enough. $2.69 a wash is the part that really twists the knife, because weak cleaning is one thing. Weak cleaning at a premium price is offensive. That is the detergent equivalent of a bad haircut that also cost $140. You don't just regret the outcome, you resent the whole experience. And that's what makes this aisle so deceptive. One Aldi product can be a disaster, another can be brilliant. Same retailer, very different story, which is exactly why shoppers need to stop buying detergent on vibes alone. Number 7, Dynamo Professional Discs. Now we hit the part of the script your competitor understood perfectly. After all the doom and gloom, you give the viewer a few payoffs. You give them names that actually have a reason to be smug. Let's start with one that surprised a lot of people, Dynamo Professional Discs. Earlier Choice reporting had Dynamo Professional Discs tied for first in the front loader category. That is not a small result. That is not decent for the price. Dull. That is first, or close enough that nobody paying double should feel comfortable about it. And this is what makes the detergent aisle so annoying. Just when you think every mainstream brand is mostly selling color, scent, and confidence, one of them turns up with actual performance. So Dynamo is not the villain in this story. It's the reminder that sometimes the loud bottle really does know what it's doing. And that makes the weak performers look even worse. Because if one mainstream detergent can back up the hype, what exactly is everyone else's excuse? Poor formulation? Too much money spent on label design? A deep spiritual commitment to mediocrity? Whatever it is, Dynamo's existence makes it harder for lazy brands to hide. Number 8, Kohl's Ultra Capsules Sensitive. And then it gets even more embarrassing, because the next result came from a brand nobody brags about at dinner. Kohl's Ultra Capsules Sensitive. Yep, Kohl's. The home brand detergent equivalent of somebody showing up to a black tie event in plain clothes and still winning best dressed. In that same earlier choice reporting, Coles Ultra Capsules Sensitive tied for first in the front loader category alongside Dynamo Professional Discs. Read that again. Coles home brand, tied first. That is the sort of result that should make premium bottles quietly stare at the floor and reconsider their life choices. Because once a supermarket-owned brand starts punching at the top of the chart, a lot of premium positioning starts looking like expensive cosplay. This is why people love content like this, not just because they want detergent advice. Because they love finding out the bottle they would have ignored might actually be the smart one. That is catnip for the human brain. We love hidden winners. We love an upset. We love hearing that the flashy, expensive thing got humbled by something sitting 3 shelves down in a boring box. Number 9. Omo. But even Coles isn't the most disruptive name in the current Australian picture. That honour belongs to one brand everybody knows, and one brand people keep underestimating. Let's start with the one that ruins the easy anti-premium argument. Omo. A lot of people want the moral of this story to be simple. Expensive detergent bad, cheap detergent good. Clean, neat, emotionally satisfying, also not true. Choice's recent public results put Omo powder at the top of its front-loader test with an 81% expert score, and Omo Ultimate Powder also scored 79%. Other Australian coverage of the same results also highlighted Omo as the strongest front-loader story, with Omo variants crowding the top end of the rankings. That matters, because it means at least some Omo products are not just floating on reputation, they are backing it up. And I know that's less fun than screaming that every premium brand is a scam, but it's more useful. Sometimes the premium detergent really is better. The trick is knowing when you are paying for cleaning power and when you are paying for branding that smells expensive. That's the line people keep missing. They think the job is to buy cheap. It isn't. The job is to buy effective. If effective also happens to be cheaper, brilliant. If effective costs more but saves rewashes, extends fabric life, and actually shifts the stain the first time, that matters too. That's adult detergent math, not bottle price math, outcome math. Number 10. Aldi Trimat Advanced Laundry Powder Concentrate. And speaking of bottles people underestimate, let's talk about the one that makes the whole aisle look a little stupid. Aldi Trimat Advanced Laundry Powder Concentrate. This is the detergent equivalent of the quiet kid in school who turns out to be terrifyingly smart. No flashy reputation. No giant swagger. No premium theatre. Just results that make more famous brands deeply uncomfortable. According to Choice's recent public results, Aldi Trimat Advanced Laundry Powder Concentrate topped the top loader test with a 66% expert score, and it also scored 79% in front loader testing. Choice also quoted it at 52 cents a wash in that front loader results set. That is ridiculously strong, especially when you stack it against weaker detergents pretending to be sophisticated at higher per wash prices. And that is the kind of payoff viewers remember. Discount supermarket, cheap-looking box, low expectations, then boom. One of the strongest value stories in the entire aisle. This is exactly the result your wallet wants and detergent marketing hates.